Hi Cancer, welcome to your new moon in Sagittarius reading for December 12th, 2023. New moons bring in new cycles. The direction that this reading is going in is deserving. Number 6 and consciousness. So, do you deserve? Number 6 also brings balance, right? So you may be balancing out the way you think about a situation or yourself even, and whether you deserve it or not, or just bringing balance to somebody else deserving something or not. But it is a consciousness, and so it's how we think about ourselves or our situation, and whether we think we deserve it or not, whether that's good or bad or indifferent. That's the direction the reading is going in, but for you, your focus in the next 2 weeks is the Emperor. So the Emperor can be somebody who is, it's my Aries card first of all. It is someone in authority, whether that's you or... Osho has a really interesting take on this card. He calls it the rebel card, and he is the Emperor is the rebel because he is his own authority. He wants to live life in his own terms, on his own terms. Sometimes it's authority figures, and the Emperor can either rule with an iron fist or make rules and regulations for the good of everyone. So these can be father figures, grandfather figures, or just people in authority. But if this is you, and it is, because this is your focus, it's kind of like living life on your terms. Do I deserve to do that? Do I deserve to be in this position? Do I deserve to be an authority figure? Do I deserve to be a father? Can I be a good father? That kind of thing. A good parent, a good leader, right? It's a leadership role. And that is your focus. I'm going to go ahead and lay out all the cards. The first column is where you may be finding yourself at the time of the new moon, or what is new and beginning for you at this time. That's the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. That's very sweet. There can be children involved here. The second column is you and how you are behaving or dealing with this situation. You're behaving like a Queen of Swords. Okay. And the last card, or column rather, is the probable outcome. Probable because sometimes we can change the outcome, depending on whether that's a major lesson for us. If it is, then it probably plays out the way it's supposed to. Otherwise, you have that opportunity or energy to change. Also, you have the Father and Mother card, so you do have parental energy here. Okay, so we are looking at unions with the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups, and this can be somebody, I do believe that Mercury is going in retrograde, and this is my Mercury in retrograde card because it is the past coming forward, and I do see unions of some sort, partnerships of some sort. And talk about deserving. I mean, it seems to me like you're dealing with people from the past. and maybe even relationships from the past. The Two of Cups are partnerships of all kinds. And they're two very different people. But there is something in their emotional world, something that matches up their passion, or an aspect of what you deem important. There is something that aligns there, but they're two very different people, but still something is reflected from them that matches up with you. And again, this can be somebody from the past, or a place from the past with that Six of Cups, but this is my platonic relationship card. So it's very interesting because you have the Knight of Cups too, which is also sort of a romantic situation, or can be. And it can be that maybe for some of you, that a platonic relationship or a friendship becomes something a little bit deeper. Something is definitely being offered though. And I say that because we have the deserving card here. And something is being offered. And it's a partnership of some sort. It can be work, but it can also be romantic. Let's have a look and see what that could be. Maybe you are considering children. Okay, it's unexpected. Whatever it is with the Tower card, it's definitely unexpected. Maybe you, for somebody, I think you're going to run into somebody that you were not expecting to from the past. Could be an old romantic partnership, or good friends, or even a work partnership. Something can be offered that comes kind of from out of the blue, unexpected, and it releases you from something. The Tower card can sometimes be a very difficult card because of the shock of it all, but it is epiphanies. It can be that we're changing our belief system about something. It's also a very freeing card. It can be also that if you notice that there's no doors or windows near the cliff, and so the only way out was through an act of, it's like, this is like the hand of God that wipes away what is no longer necessary in your life. But it can just be epiphanies and shocks, something that was unexpected. I am going to pull another one for that, though. Because the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups are not difficult cards. In fact, both of them are very sharing cards. And again, we have the deserving. Four of Swords. This is inactivity, but the mind keeps going. You may need a rest. So it's possible that you had something planned, and something can come along to kind of mess up the plans a little bit, but it doesn't feel like it's bad. It doesn't, not at all. I do think you could use a rest, and maybe you deserve the rest, right? Maybe you are going away with a partner, or family, friends, that sort of thing, to get away from it all, to get a rest. The thing with the Four of Swords is that the mind continues on. So this can be very much about planning your next move. It's inactivity, but the mind continues. And a lot of the times it can be paperwork and graphs and that sort of thing that you're working with. But it's inactive. It's needing a rest. Okay. You're behaving like a Queen of Swords, Cancer. This is my Virgo card, and this is somebody who is very detail-oriented. They can be, they're sharp, they have a sharp mind, but they have a sharp tongue to go along with it. So they can be very discerning. With that 5, with the Hierophant, that is large organizations, but it's also giving partial answer. I want to get more information on that. And this can be schools, it can be any work scenario if you're working for large organizations or small organizations, just organizations, religion, the DMV. The Hierophant is my no card, and with that Queen of Swords, that can also be a bit of a no energy. Because she can cut people and situations off without a thought. If she feels, or if she thinks rather, that it's not in her best interest. You have the Strength card with that. So both the Hierophant and the Strength card can be something happening on an internal level. But it feels to me like you are... Because the Strength card is about taming the beast within, right? Trying to keep your ego at an equilibrium. Trying to keep it balanced. Can also be a healing card. So if there's somebody who isn't feeling well, or you yourself aren't feeling well, you could be going through a period of, and I see this 4 of Swords too, of rest and regaining your strength while we're kind of waiting for answers from larger organizations. You can be waiting for the word, right? But in the meantime, you're getting stronger, you're feeling good. But the Queen of Swords is a very discerning energy. And so if you have to do any paperwork for organizations or something like that, she's very good at it. They are great at those fine print and the small details. So you're behaving like this. But it doesn't feel negative to me. Very often they can be quite harsh at cutting people and situations off. In another deck, she has a man's severed head in her hands and the sword in the other. So she can be quite harsh. And she can like kick up a little, because I'll tell you, those clouds around her body, right? Her head is clear, but she can create quite a commotion on the ground. I do feel like there's some sort of paperwork or some organizational stuff that you have to get through. But it brings you strength, like it really levels out the playing field, or brings you some sort of equilibrium. Almost sort of like what doesn't kill me makes me stronger kind of energy. That's nice. You have happy family, faith and trust, happy endings. So that's good here. I like that. It works out for you no matter what. But I do feel like there's some big organization behind the whole thing right now. Okay. I really do feel like there's family around or people from the past that are coming forward again. but your mind is somewhere else. Like this can be going on around you, but your mind is somewhere else. It's really focused somewhere else. Okay, the outcome is the Knight of Cups and the Empress. So again, we have father and mother card. Now, there can be somebody very nurturing around you. Especially with that tower, something unexpected. And also changing some of our belief systems. But the Knight of Cups is a good time. It's fun, it's nurturing, it's caring, especially with that Empress card there. Empress can be mother, it can be motherhood, there can be pregnancy, there may be news of pregnancy. And that's maybe also why we have happy family here. Maybe we're adding an addition to the family. And that's also why we can have some large organizations, because this can be hospitals and that sort of thing, clinics, whatever, but, organizations. Yeah, there's some responsibility. Some things are moving a bit slowly for your liking, I feel. But in the meantime, you're enjoying yourself, you're having a good time. And you're being nurtured. Females are involved here, and there can be a really good time, but there's still this feeling of, all right, but I have to move forward, I have to pick up my responsibility again and finish the job. With that 10th, things feel slow though. Or maybe you don't want them to go too quickly, because there really is like a family energy around here. It feels very familial. With the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Cups and the Mother and Father card, it feels very familial. But that 10 of Wands is saying, okay, it's time to take the responsibility up again after we've had a good time, after we've been pampered, and time to do the heavy lifting again. It feels like you've maybe had a timeout and of well-deserved rest from a large organization. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. That feels pretty complete to me. And keeping it general as well. I'm doing my best to keep it general. So the idea is to understand the energy of the cards and to kind of place them within your scenario so that you get the lesson of the card, right? Okay. What does Spirit want you to know? I'm using a deck that I received a long time ago from people in England where I was studying mediumship, because I don't have all my cards with me. And I went to the Arthur Findlay College and met some really wonderful people there. And I was gifted this deck of unicorns. I've had it for definitely over 20 years. And I pick a daily from it. So you have dignity, and the card reads, hold your head up high and know that the unicorns are supporting you, or rather Spirit is supporting you. Again, we have this deserving, and so this kind of is reiterating that a little bit. What do you deserve? What do you think you deserve? And I don't know if there are people around, maybe family members, but that you have to kind of be on guard with that Queen of Swords. She's ready at a moment's notice to wield her sword. And this kind of gives me the feeling of maybe there are people who are not necessarily ostracizing, but it feels like a bit of a discussion going on here. But you stayed dignified throughout the whole thing. There's definitely this on guard energy, though, with the Queen of Swords. It might even be with the father figure, because that's your focus. But that feels more like you're kind of standing your ground. I don't see a lot of difficult energy here other than the Tower card, and that's just something that happens that can help us to change our belief systems. Interesting. Okay. It doesn't feel overly eventful, I'll put it that way. Not even with the Tower card. It feels quite calming energy, nurturing energy, and even with that Queen of Swords, it just means that you have a very sharp mind at this time. But I do feel like you're waiting for something from organization and kind of biding your time. And in the meantime, you're enjoying family, friends, things from the past, situations from the past, maybe parents, maybe you're heading towards Christmas vacation, leaving college or leaving school and heading home kind of energy, because we do have that organization. You can be on a pause or a break from something, that Four of Swords there. And deserving and a well-deserved rest. Because at the end of it, again, I see we pick up those responsibilities and we move forward. Okay, thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful or interesting. I will return in 2 weeks with a full moon reading. I appreciate you listening. Take good care. Bye for now.